And now we're ready to look at our third final big question in this first module: how to do phenomenological research. And again, I'm referring to the work of Max van Manen in his first chapter, Human Science in Researching Lived Experience. But we're told that phenomenology is unlike any other research approach. It is not like other research approaches because it defies the language of technique, of strategies, of steps that can be followed. Now, some people find this frustrating about phenomenological research, others find it liberating. With that being said, phenomenological research does employ certain guidelines and procedures and approaches, features that often offer practical guidance for doing phenomenological research. And each of these have specific activities that we will learn about as we move through the course. According to Van Manen, these research activities, when taken together, describe the method of phenomenological research. And the first, he says, and perhaps one of the most important, is orienting experience. Understanding your focus is a lived experience, a deep inquiry into some human experience that you are moved by, committed to, and invested in understanding in a new, rich, and original way. Your inquiry will be one description of an experience among perhaps others that may be different or deeper. It all begins with arriving at an appropriate phenomenological question oriented to a suitable lived experience. That is very important to get started and get moving on the right foot. Phenomenological research method requires us to inquire into experience as it is lived. Now, by this point, that may be becoming a familiar phrase, a familiar saying, and that's by design. Many people who want to do phenomenological research miss this all-important foundational quality that it is at its core about inquiring into everyday lived experience as it is lived. Phenomenological research seeks to come into closer contact with human experience, to look at it closely and explore it in new ways coming from different perspectives. This is what is understood in Husserl's famous dictum in German, zu den Sachen, to the things themselves, or as sometimes it's interpreted as back to the things themselves. Stripping away all of our preconceived notions, all of our knowledge and understanding, our cultural biases, taking all of that out and getting back to the originary experience. Consistently focusing on the experience. That's what phenomenology really is asking us to do. And it can be challenging. It can be tempting to get sidetracked, fall into commentary or personal reflection, to resort to theories, psychological theories, abstractions, our own personal viewpoints. So staying oriented to the experience is crucial. And the third one is reflecting on emerging themes. Reflecting on experience, that experience that we want to be in pursuit of, what gives experience its special significance. What is lived through most often escapes significance in its everydayness, on its pre-reflectivity. Most often we just do, we just say. It's a part of what's known as our natural attitude. Reflection draws out the essential significance of that which otherwise escapes our awareness. Phenomenological research, and this is very important also, is writing and rewriting. And some would say the research in phenomenological research is writing. In its essence, the writing is bringing to language that which is often unintelligible to us. Thinking through with language in the form of writing is the first order of business for the phenomenological researcher. And finally, balancing the parts and the whole. So as we've seen, phenomenological research requires being oriented to the experience, to the phenomenon. However, this will require following the inquiry down different paths in order to reveal the essence of the experience. And these parts or paths can sometimes be elusive, lead us down different paths. Keeping the whole in view, keeping oriented to the experience, to the phenomena, engaging the parts against what they reveal helps the researcher remain oriented and moving toward that larger goal.